Hello! In this video we are going to show you step by step how to use our FertilityBox dog for a quantitative determination of progesterone in the small animal practice. At first, here are a few words for better understanding. The result is delivered within 15 minutes. It is therefore a rapid assay, or more precise, a quantitative rapid assay. This has advantages for a modern vet practice and provides an optimal service for your customers with minimal waiting times, but it requires that the handling is carried out concentrated, quick, and at predetermined time intervals. Otherwise, you risk incorrect measuring. The correct handling must be practiced at the beginning, but is easy to learn. For this purpose, you need two things. First, manual fine motor skills, and second, an easy to understand and a vivid introduction. However, this video should not be used as a substitute for reading the brochure. Let us now proceed to the test execution. Plug in the FertilityBox to the main power supply using the power adapter, as well as the microtherm. Now open the test kit box, take out the test tube bag and the set including the test reagents and the calibration standard. Place the bottles number 1 and number 3 into the microtherm. The test reagents are now warmed up to 30 degrees Celsius. The start of the warm-up period is indicated by the blinking green light and takes 12 to 15 minutes. You can use this time for preparation of the patient serum. When the LED light on the microtherm remains permanently green, we are ready to start with the actual test. Press the on-off button until the device has powered up and wait until Hormonost Bitch quantitative progesterone test is displayed. By pressing the enter button, the first instruction appears on the display. Add 200 microliter serum into the tubes. In the meantime, the test tubes have reached room temperature and we can now open the bag. Take out one test tube and place it in the first position of the test tube rack. After familiarizing yourself with the test, you can measure 2 or more samples in one run as well. Close the test tube bag airtight afterwards. Now the serum sample from the patient being tested has been centrifuged and is ready to be used. When familiarizing yourself with the test, use 200 microliter of the supplied calibration standard instead of bitch serum. When you reach the given concentration of 5 nanogram per milliliter within the range of ±1, then you can be sure that everything was right. Maintaining the same kind of handling, you can rely on the results of your patient sample. Now attach a small pipette tip to the 200 microliter pipette. Hold the pipette firmly in your hand and operate the upper button with your thumb. When you press down the button, you will feel a first pressure point. When you press the button in fully, you will reach the second pressure point. For pipetting of serum or calibration standard, press the button only to the first pressure point. Place the tip into the liquid and slowly release the button to aspirate the liquid. Now insert the tip into the test tube until you reach its bottom. And press down the button to the first and afterwards down to the second pressure point to eject the liquid completely. Use the ejector button to remove the used pipette tip. When you confirm with enter, the next step will be shown on the display. Add 200 microliter of serum diluter. Now open bottle number 1 containing the serum diluter and remove the dropper insert at first, which is only needed to seal the bottle during the transport. Attach a new pipette tip to the 200 microliter pipette. Extract the serum diluter and insert it into the test tube. But this time place the tip into the upper third of the test tube. Immediately lay down the pipette. Press enter and follow the next instruction on the display. Shake until last beep. After 10 seconds, the waiting time of 5 minutes counts down and place in therm is displayed. Now insert the test tube into one of the small openings of the microtherm. You can use the waiting time to prepare for the next step. Open the green bottle number 2 containing the marker. Remove the dropper insert. And attach a new pipette tip to the 200 microliter pipette. The end of the waiting period will be indicated by beeping sounds. Follow the instruction, put tube back in rack. And draw up the marker with a pipette. As soon as the instruction "Inject 200 microliter of marker" appears on the display, insert the pipette into the test tube in a way that the tip is about 1 cm above the liquid, and firmly press down the button, thereby squirting the marker solution above the liquid. Immediately lay down the pipette, press enter with the other hand, and shake until last beep, as displayed. Afterwards, put the test tube back into the microtherm. Now you can have a coffee break, as there is a 5-minute waiting time again. The end of the marker reaction is announced by beeping sounds, beginning 30 seconds before, and tube back in rack is displayed. Put the test tube back into the tube rack and go to a wash place. Check the fill level of the cistern during the waiting time and refill it with cold tap water if needed. Take the tube rack in your right hand and prepare the cock of the cistern tube. After the last beeping sound, wash the tubes 6 times with cistern is displayed. Now just turn the rack upside down and let the water flow out completely. Gently shake off hanging drops. Now fill the test tube with water, empty it immediately, and repeat this 5 times. The washing process should be carried out quickly and without interruption. Place the cistern cock directly on the test tube and make sure that the water flows out completely before you fill the tube again. At the end of the washing process, hold the tube rack upside down and shake off 3 times in order to remove residual water. Now go back to the workplace and confirm the done handling steps by pressing enter. Dry the lower half of the test tube with a soft tissue and place it in the microtherm, as shown in the display. Then press enter. Now there is a short waiting period of 15 seconds. In the meantime, open the blue bottle containing the substrate and remove the dropper insert. Adjust the variable 100 to 1000 microliter pipette to 600 microliter by turning the upper button and attach a big pipette tip firmly. The display now shows 600 microliter substrate into tube 1. Now place the fertility box directly next to the microtherm. Aspirate 600 microliter of substrate and insert it into the upper third of the test tube, which is still in the microtherm, but already held by the left hand in order to insert it immediately after addition of substrate into the fertility box. Adjust the test tube position in a way that the scratched line meets exactly the line on the device. Position it within the first 4 seconds, as the measuring process is performed on second 9 of the countdown. Check by looking from above if there are bubbles inside, because they can falsify the measurement result. There are some hints to avoid bubbles in our customer notices. Please have a look at it. After the photometric measurement, put the test tube back into the microtherm. If no further test tubes are prepared for measurement, you can now use the right arrow button to see the remaining waiting time. At the end of the waiting period, the device will beep once again, and the instruction "Start final run, press Enter" will appear on the display. Press the button and follow the next instruction. Shake and insert the first tube. Shake the tube shortly and insert it into the tube shaft for the second measuring round. Assure again that the scratched line on the tube meets the line on the device. This will ensure that the measurement beam passes the tube in the same position as in the first measuring. The photometric measurement, which evaluates the color in the test tube, takes place literally at the very last second. Then remove the tube from the device. Now you will see the result on the display, in this case 14.3 nanogram per milliliter. What does this mean for our patient? For the interpretation of the results, we are using this diagram, which is included in the equipment. The blue curve illustrates the progesterone profile during the heat. The concentration of progesterone is displayed on the ordinate, and the days before and after the end of the ovulation are on the abscissa. The measured progesterone value tells us that the ovulation took place 2 days before, and that she is now at the beginning of the conception period. It is therefore time to leave for the mating date, but there is also a good chance for a successful artificial insemination. The team of Biolab Munich wishes you a good success, with many puppies.